Taylor Russo-Grigg, was a lifestyle influencer whose warm personality and honest posts earned her about 1.5 million TikTok followers. At just 25 years old, Taylor shared snippets of her life, from fashion tips to everyday vlogs, always with an upbeat, faithful spirit. Viewers were drawn to her positive outlook even as she quietly managed significant health challenges. Taylor often opened up about living with Addison's disease and severe asthma, conditions she battled while still creating content that inspired her social media family, as her loved ones called her supporters. Fans loved her for her authenticity and the hope she offered others dealing with chronic illness. Tragically, in early October 2024, Taylor suffered a severe asthma attack that led to complications from Addison's disease, and she died suddenly at age 25. The news was a shock to her community. Her husband Cameron's emotional tribute described her death as sudden and unexpected, and highlighted how Taylor had been a light to everyone around her. In the days that followed, Taylor's sisters and family shared heartfelt posts, including details of her organ donation walk, fulfilling one of her last wishes to help others. Fans flooded her TikTok and Instagram pages with condolences, remembering Taylor for her unwavering faith and kindness. Her family noted that her social media family was a huge blessing in her life, and friends said her influence was only just beginning. Taylor Grigg's legacy lives on as an example of positivity in the face of hardship, and a reminder to leave your mark on this world, as she certainly did through her compassionate content and the lives she saved through organ donation. Kyle Marissa Roth built a unique niche on TikTok as the self-styled gossip maven of celebrity blind items. At 36 years old, this TikToker had amassed over 1 million followers across platforms, with her series of rapid-fire Hollywood rumors and insider tales, delivered with wit and a signature catchphrase: "You want more? I'll give you more." Known for her sharp humor and insightful commentary, Kyle engaged viewers in daily pop culture chatter. Some found the content spicy or controversial, but her fans loved her intelligence and fearless approach to celebrity gossip. Off camera, Kyle was also an athlete and a person of varied interests. Her sister Lindsay noted she had so many gifts, from humor to activism. In April 2024, tragedy struck when Kyle died unexpectedly at age 36, leaving followers stunned. For weeks, the cause of her sudden passing was unknown, prompting an outpouring of concern and speculation. Her family initially pleaded for patience and privacy, struggling with their own confusion about how a vibrant person could be gone so soon. Finally, 5 months later, a medical examiner's report brought closure. Kyle's death was ruled natural, caused by cardiac arrhythmia due to myocardial fibrosis, a heart condition. Toxicology results showed only common medications in her system, underscoring that her passing was a tragic medical event. In the wake of the news, fans and fellow creators flooded social media with tributes. Under her sister's Instagram announcement, comments poured in from followers and even celebrities expressing disbelief and sadness. Many remembered how Kyle's lively Blind Udem videos were a daily dose of entertainment and community for them. Her sister reflected that Kyle touched so many people with her humor, intelligence, beauty, and indeed, her online legacy remains in the countless gossip enthusiasts she united. Though her voice has fallen silent, Kyle Marissa Roth's influence endures in the pop culture community she fostered and the catchphrases that fans will never forget. Timothy Isaiah Hall, better known by his TikTok alias, Timbo the Redneck, rose to online fame as a country boy with a big personality. Hailing from Jennings, Florida, the 18-year-old Timbo entertained over 200,000 TikTok followers with comedic skits about Southern life, truck antics, and an ever-present mischievous grin. His content often featured him joyriding in his pickup or performing playful stunts in wide-open fields. Fans loved Timbo's infectious energy and the authenticity he brought to the platform. He was unapologetically himself, a young man who loved TikTok. Passionately, sometimes telling his mom, "I gotta do this TikTok," when inspiration struck. In late July 2021, that passion led Timbo to film what would tragically be his final stunt. While doing donuts, spinning his truck in circles in a friend's front yard for a video, the pickup lost control and flipped. Timbo was ejected from the driver's side window and the truck rolled on top of him, causing fatal injuries. Despite immediate efforts, Timothy Hall died at the scene of the accident at just 18 years old. His family and followers were devastated. Timbo's mother confirmed the heartbreaking news in a tearful TikTok video on his account, thanking fans for their support and saying, "He won't be making any more videos. My heart is just so broken." In the days that followed, tributes poured in from the TikTok community. Fellow creators posted videos in his honor, often set to country music and clips of Timbo's fondest moments. Fans remembered him as a joyful spirit who made them laugh, with his fearless humor and love for trucks. Though his life was cut tragically short, Timbo the Redneck's legacy endures as a symbol of youthful exuberance. His content continues to bring smiles, and his family has expressed gratitude that he lived doing what he loved, bringing joy and a bit of wild fun to others through TikTok. Jaina Moises Pinedo Vargas. Known to the world as the dancing engineer, Jaina Moises Pinedo Vargas blended two seemingly opposite worlds, engineering and dance, into one inspirational online persona. A Peruvian engineer by training, Jaina shot to fame in 2021 when a video of him joyfully dancing to the cumbia song No Sé by local band Explosion de Iquitos went viral across TikTok. Clad in his work uniform and hard hat, he showed off energetic choreography, proving that even engineers can groove. That viral moment turned Jaina into a national sensation and opened the door for him to appear alongside the very band whose song he popularized, cementing his nickname El Ingeniero Bailarin, the dancing engineer. On TikTok, Jaina, 34, continued to share uplifting dance videos and glimpses of life in the Amazon region of Peru, amassing a devoted fan base. Viewers found his content not only fun but heartwarming. He was a professional using dance to spread happiness and cultural pride. In mid-2024, however, Jaina's usual upbeat posts took a concerning turn as he fell gravely ill. He contracted dengue fever while working in a remote province, and despite treatment, his condition worsened dramatically. Jaina developed pneumonia and later was found to have an underlying case of Hodgkin's lymphoma, which complicated his recovery. He documented parts of his hospital journey on social media, maintaining optimism even on a ventilator. Sadly, on August 18, 2024, Jaina Pinedo Vargas lost his battle, passing away from complications of dengue fever at age 34. The news of the dancing engineer's death sent shockwaves through Peru and the TikTok dance community. Fans mourned the loss of a fellow explorer of joy who had brought a smile to so many. The Peruvian public paid tribute with memorial dances and even a homage from Explosion de Iquitos in concert. Jaina's mother's simple goodbye, "Rest in peace, beloved son, we will miss you," echoed the sentiments of thousands who had been touched by his positivity. His legacy endures in the joyful dance challenges he inspired and the message that happiness can be found even in hard times. Sometimes all it takes is a little music and courage to dance. Caleb Graves. Bobby Caleb Graves was an avid runner and travel enthusiast who turned his TikTok account into a platform for motivation and adventure. At 35 years old, Caleb had a modest following of around 18,000 on TikTok, where he chronicled his marathon training, travel exploits, and healthy living tips. Viewers found his content both encouraging and relatable. Caleb was a law school graduate and busy professional who still found time to pursue fitness and fun. His TikToks often featured him jogging through scenic locales or giving upbeat race recaps, inspiring others with the mantra that it's never too late to chase your goals. In early September 2024, Caleb set out to run the Disneyland Half Marathon in Anaheim, California, a Halloween-themed race he'd long looked forward to. Leading up to the event, he posted get-ready videos expressing concern about an extreme heat wave hitting Southern California. In what now feel like haunting clips, Caleb candidly shared that he had lost control of his body briefly from heat exhaustion during training, but remained determined to run while advising fellow runners to stay hydrated and listen to your body. Tragically, the race day did prove deadly. Caleb impressively completed the half marathon in under 2 hours, despite temperatures soaring into the 90 degrees. But moments after crossing the finish line, witnesses saw him clutch his chest and collapse. Medics on standby rushed over immediately and began life-saving measures. Caleb was in cardiac arrest, likely brought on by heat stroke, and though paramedics worked tirelessly for over an hour, he was pronounced dead at a local hospital that morning. The running community online was stunned and heartbroken. Fellow TikTok runners and followers who had cheered Caleb on left thousands of comments on his final posts, expressing disbelief that someone so health conscious and positive could be lost so suddenly. Many noted the bittersweet irony of his last advice about heeding one's limits. Caleb's family later later revealed he had indeed succumbed to heat cardiac failure. In the wake of his death, they established a memorial fund in his name to promote runner safety and heat illness awareness. Caleb Graves is remembered as a passionate soul who died doing what he loved. His legacy lives on every time one of his followers laces up their shoes for a run, inspired by his example to live life fully and chase the next adventure. Rachel Yaffe. Rachel Yaffe was a beacon of resilience on TikTok, a young woman who turned her 7-year battle with a rare cancer into a source of inspiration for others. The Maryland native was diagnosed with fibrolamellar hepatocellular carcinoma, a rare liver cancer, at just 20 years old. Rather than retreat from public view, Rachel chose to share her journey with honesty and grace on social media. By 27, she had gained over 55,000 followers on TikTok, and many more silent admirers who followed her for health updates, wellness tips, and above all, her shining optimism amid adversity. In her videos, Rachel often talked about the small things that bring me joy, like spending time with friends or savoring a good cup of tea, emphasizing mental health and gratitude even as she underwent grueling treatments. Her content was equal parts educational. She openly discussed radiation therapy side effects and strict diets, and uplifting with a warm smile that reassured viewers you can still find light on the darkest days. In September 2024, Rachel posted what would be her final TikTok, a candid 58-second life update where she admitted how much strength she had lost during recent radiation and how hard it was to start over in recovery. Yet, true to form, she ended the video focusing on hope, working on getting up, moving a little each day, and prioritizing the joys of life and her mental well-being. When Rachel's family confirmed that she passed away on October 11th, 2024, at age 27, the response was immense. Hundreds of followers flooded the comment section of that last video to mourn the beautiful girl who had inspired so many. "Fly high, Rachel," one comment read, "You've shown us what true strength looks like." The outpouring of love was a testament to the community she built. Rachel's legacy is palpable in the increased awareness of fibrolamellar carcinoma, her story brought, and in the personal courage she instilled in her viewers. As one fan wrote, "Rachel taught people to cherish every moment and face challenges with a smile." Her journey, though cut short, continues to inspire others to live with grace, strength, and an unfailing hope. Bella Bradford. Isabella Bradford, a 24-year-old Australian TikTok creator, managed to do what few can. She said goodbye to her fans on her own terms. Bella was a beauty and fashion vlogger known for her upbeat Get Ready With Me videos where she'd chat about life while styling outfits or doing makeup. Her TikTok account, which had about 13.5k followers, felt like a close friend's dressing room, full of laughter, candid storytelling, and creative looks. In 2021, Bella's life took a drastic turn when she was diagnosed with a rare and aggressive cancer in her jaw muscle, a type of rhabdomyosarcoma. She was just 22. Bella began chronicling her cancer battle online with the same openness and positivity she brought to her fashion content. She shared the ups and downs of treatments, radiation, chemo, multiple surgeries to remove the tumor and reconstruct her jaw, never shying away from the truth. Yet she balanced the medical updates with humor and hope, quickly becoming an inspiration to many young people facing illness. By mid-2023, doctors had delivered the heartbreaking news that Bella's cancer was incurable. Facing the end, Bella made a remarkable decision. She filmed one last Get Ready With Me video to be posted after her death. In this 11-minute vlog recorded during what she called the final stages of her illness, Bella does her makeup and addresses her viewers with warmth and gratitude. "Thank you for following me on this fun journey," she says at the start, her voice gentle but steady. She urges fans to find joy in her past videos whenever they need a pick-me-up, and reminds everyone to live each day to the fullest because you only die once, so make every day count. In October 2024, Bella passed away peacefully, surrounded by loved ones. 2 weeks later on Halloween, her family shared Bella's pre-recorded farewell video on her TikTok. The impact was profound. Viewers around the world watched through tears as Bella, dressed stylishly in her favorite outfit, spoke directly to the camera one last time, thanking her social media family for their love and support and wishing them beautiful, amazing lives. The comment section became a sea of heartbreak and appreciation, with fans and even strangers expressing how Bella's strength moved them. Bella Bradford's legacy is one of unparalleled courage and grace. She turned her goodbye into a celebration of life and left behind a powerful message: what a privilege it is to grow old. In her memory, supporters have continued to raise awareness of rhabdomyosarcoma, and many have adopted Bella's habit of finding something to be grateful for each day. Her final video remains on TikTok, a timeless gift from a creator who used her last moments to uplift others. Bailey Hutchins. Bailey B. Hutchins was more than just a TikTok star. persona. She was a fighter and educator who turned her personal battle with cancer into a mission to help others. A registered nurse from Texas, Bailey was diagnosed in 2023 with stage 4 colorectal cancer at the young age of 24. Instead of keeping her struggle private, she launched a TikTok account, Healing with Bailey, to document every step of her journey, determined to raise awareness about colon cancer in young adults. Over 2 years, Bailey's candid hospital vlogs, chemotherapy updates, and heartfelt pep talks earned her upwards of 170,000 followers on TikTok. Her followers, affectionately called Bailey's Bunch, were drawn to her authenticity. She spoke openly about symptoms she wished she'd recognized sooner, encouraging others to get screenings, and balanced the heavy topics with silly dance challenges from her hospital bed or joyous life updates on days she felt good. Bailey's content radiated hope, bolstered by her deep Christian faith, which she often referenced as her source of strength. In late 2024 and into early 2025, as her condition deteriorated, Bailey still found reasons to smile on camera, celebrating small victories like being well enough to attend her own wedding. She married her high school sweetheart Caden in 2023 in between treatment cycles. Tragically, by February 2025, 26-year-old Bailey had exhausted all treatment options. She passed away on the night of February 7th, 2025, with her husband and family by her side. Caden announced her death in an emotional Instagram post the next day, writing, "She fought such a tough, incredible fight these past 2 years. She's no longer suffering." He described Bailey as a light in any room, an inspiration to others, which anyone who watched her TikToks would wholeheartedly agree with. The loss was felt deeply across the TikTok community. Bailey's TikTok page marked her passing with a poignant montage of her on her wedding day, set to the song "See You Again," and a caption expressing both heartbreak and relief that she no longer has to endure any pain. Thousands of comments poured in from followers thanking Bailey for sharing her journey and saying she had saved lives by prompting them to get medical checks. Indeed, doctors reported a noticeable uptick in young people requesting colon screenings in her area, a phenomenon some dubbed the Bailey effect. Beyond awareness, Bailey Hutchins leaves a legacy of love and resilience. Her family, including sister Ashley, continues to promote early cancer detection in her honor. Bailey's own words still resonate on TikTok. In one of her final videos, Weak But Smiling, she urged viewers to pay attention to your body and treasure every moment. Her light continues to shine through all those she educated and inspired. Alicia Burney. Alicia Burney was a born entertainer, a Kansas City comedian whose sketches and parodies had people in stitches across YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. From her teenage years, Alicia showed a knack for finding humor in everyday situations. Whether it was online classes, family antics, or social media trends, she would put her signature comedic spin on it. Her big break came on YouTube, where her hilarious skits, often playing multiple characters herself, earned her over 1.2 million subscribers. On TikTok, she also attracted a massive following with short-form versions of these sketches, accumulating in total more than 5 million followers across platforms by her early 20s. Fans adored Alicia's fearless comedy and the way she coined catchphrases. She affectionately called her fanbase the Bernie Bunch, making everyone feel like part of an inside joke. Despite her bubbly online persona, Alicia was dealing with asthma in real life, a condition she occasionally mentioned but never dwelled on in her content. In March 2025, Alicia traveled to Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, to celebrate what would have been her 25th birthday. Shockingly, tragedy struck on the night of March 2, just a day before her birthday. Alicia suffered a severe asthma attack in her sleep and never woke up. Her brother Charles, who was on the trip with her, found her unresponsive. The sudden loss of such a vibrant young talent sent ripples of grief through the online community. When Charles announced the news on Instagram, he pleaded for time to grieve and for an end to any speculative rumors. Indeed, as news spread, there was an overwhelming outpouring of love, along with some unfortunate misinformation. Fellow creators quickly rallied to honor Alicia's legacy, sharing compilation videos of her funniest moments and recalling how her catchphrases had become part of internet culture. Fans remembered her not only as the girl who made them laugh until their sides hurt, but also as someone who brought people together. Her sketches often carried an undertone of inclusivity and self-acceptance beneath the comedy. Family and friends held a celebration of life in Kansas City where they spoke of Alicia's lifelong dream of being a comedian. She had achieved that dream, however briefly, and touched millions in the process. As one Facebook tribute poignantly summarized, Alicia Burney was a rising comedian known for her viral skits and sharp humor, who built a dedicated following through her comedic parodies. Her legacy of laughter will live on. To this day, her fans, the Burney Bunch, keep her memory alive by quoting her jokes and maintaining the positivity she spread. Vanessa Konopka. Vanessa Konopka was a globe-trotting adventurer who invited her followers to experience the world through her eyes. A German travel vlogger based in the Philippines, Vanessa co-ran the popular account Happiness Crossing with her boyfriend Fernando. Together, this young couple documented the beauty of living in Boracay and their journeys across Southeast Asia, sharing sun-soaked vlogs, food explorers, and the joys of digital nomad life. Vanessa's content exuded genuine enthusiasm. Whether she was sampling street food or giving tips on how to pack a backpack, her love for travel was infectious. Over time, she built a loyal community of fellow wanderlusters. With tens of thousands of followers on Instagram and YouTube, their vlog had around 106,000 subscribers on YouTube. Fans admired how Vanessa and Fernando immersed themselves in local culture and gave back. In fact, they even started an animal shelter in Boracay, showing their heart for the community. In mid-2024, Vanessa's adventures took an unexpected pause when she fell seriously ill. Initially diagnosed with a severe pneumonia and liver complications, she was hospitalized for months in the Philippines. Vanessa kept her followers updated with candid posts from her hospital bed. She didn't hide her pain or fear, yet she remained hopeful. In one emotional update, she recounted how a Filipino doctor recognized her as the Happiness Crossing girl and connected her with the doctor's wife, a fan, a surprise that lifted Vanessa's spirits during a hard time. Sadly, her condition worsened despite treatments. On March 7, 2025, Vanessa Konopka died due to complications from liver failure amid her fight with pneumonia. Her boyfriend Fernando confirmed the devastating news in a Facebook post that day, writing, "She always loved connecting with you all, and her love for the Philippines was beyond words." The online travel community was heartbroken. "The online traveler community is mourning the loss of a fellow explorer," one news outlet reported, capturing how deeply her fellow content creators and fans felt this loss. Tributes poured in from around the world. People posted photos of Boracay sunsets dedicated to Vanessa, and some fans even visited a beach in her honor to leave flowers. Beyond her travel tips, Vanessa had shared life lessons. Her illness posts often talked about the importance of health and gratitude. Those words now resonate even more with her audience. Vanessa's legacy lives on in the countless vlog episodes, still inspiring viewers to chase adventure, and in Fernando's continued work on their channel, now in her memory. As he wrote directly to her spirit, "You showed me how to follow my dreams. I will forever love you, and we may see each other again." Through every breathtaking travel story she left behind, Vanessa Konopka continues to encourage others to explore and cherish every moment on this earth. Anna Grace Phelan. Anna Grace Phelan's TikTok journey was a testament to faith and fortitude in the face of unimaginable challenge. A Georgia native, Anna Grace was fresh out of high school in the summer of 2024, eager to start college, when mysterious symptoms changed her life's course. By September 2024, she was diagnosed with a grade 4 glioblastoma, an aggressive brain cancer, at just 18 years old. Instead of facing this terrifying battle privately, Anna Grace turned to TikTok to document her experience and share her unwavering Christian faith. Her account quickly gained a devoted following, nearly 400,000 followers by early 2025, as people tuned in to witness her courage and spirituality in the hardest of times. On her TikToks, the soft-spoken teen would often pray or read scripture, assuring viewers that she trusted God's plan for her life. She also gave frank updates about her treatments, brain surgery, radiation, and therapies, always maintaining a hopeful outlook. Viewers were struck by her maturity and the peace she carried. Many commented that Anna Grace's testimony of faith was strengthening their own. In one early video, shortly after the diagnosis, a teary-eyed Anna Grace admitted, "This is definitely the hardest news I've ever received," but then managed to smile and said she would keep pushing forward, with trust in the Lord. That resilient spirit never waned, even as the cancer progressed. In spring 2025, Anna Grace revealed that her tumor had grown and was now inoperable. Knowing time was short, she focused on making memories. TikToks showed her celebrating a backyard party with friends and cherishing family moments. On May 14th, 2025, in one of her final posts, she thanked her 140,000 plus TikTok supporters for their prayers and said softly, "Keep me in your prayers. I have faith that I'll make it if it's meant to be." Just over a week later, on May 23, 2025, Anna Grace Phelan passed away at 19 years old. Her parents announced on her TikTok that their beautiful daughter went home to be with her Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, honoring the deep faith that defined her journey. Thousands of fans and even strangers responded with condolences, many noting how Anna's witness had moved them spiritually. So many of you have followed her journey and bore witness to her powerful testimony of faith, her family wrote, a statement that rings true when scrolling through the comments. In her short life, Anna Grace managed to minister hope to people across the world. Her legacy is seen in the strength and faith of her followers, in the donations that poured into her GoFundMe, which now supports brain cancer research, and in the simple reminder that even in the darkest valley, light can shine through. Anna's own words from an early video perhaps sum it up best. God's got me, no matter what happens, I'm going to be okay. In mourning her community also celebrates the profound impact of her unshakable faith. Preston Ordone. Preston Ordone was just 2 years old, but he captured the hearts of millions as TikTok's beloved OK Baby. This adorable toddler became a viral sensation through videos posted by his parents, Caitlin and Jalen Ordone. The premise was simple yet endlessly charming. Caitlin would gently tell her little boy not to do something, and Preston would reply okay in the sweetest voice, only to hilariously do exactly the opposite a moment later. In one famous clip, his mum asks him not to jump in a muddy puddle. Preston says okay, flashes a mischievous grin, and promptly splashes into the mud with pure glee. These lighthearted moments of toddler rebellion, caught on camera, brought joy to an enormous audience. The OK Baby TikTok account garnered hundreds of thousands of followers. Caitlin's own TikTok amassed nearly 394,000 followers, and the videos pulled in millions of views and laughs. Fans loved seeing a slice of wholesome family life, and many parents related to the funny toddler logic Preston displayed. By early 2025, the Ordone family's TikToks were a staple of TikTok's viral content, bringing smiles during difficult times and turning Preston into a tiny celebrity. Tragically, on April 24, 2025, a family drive turned into unspeakable disaster. Caitlin, Jalen, and little Preston were traveling in their Ford 50 in St. Tammany Parish, Louisiana, when the truck inexplicably veered off the road and smashed into a tree. Preston, who had been secured in a car seat in the back, suffered critical injuries from the impact. He was rushed to the hospital, but despite doctors' efforts, he later succumbed to his injuries, as the coroner reported. The horrific news that the OK Baby had died in a car crash at age 2 shocked TikTok users everywhere. Condolences and tributes overwhelmed social media. Many shared compilations of Preston's funniest OK moments, often captured with messages like "Rest in peace, little man," and "Thank you for the smiles, Preston." The family's tragedy was compounded by confusion over the crash's cause. Police noted the adults were properly buckled and survived with serious injuries, but initially stated Preston's car seat was improperly restrained, a claim the family disputed, as they defended that they did everything they could to protect him. In response, 2 family members posted a video clarifying their side and updating concerned followers on Caitlin and Jalen's condition. Both had multiple broken bones but were recovering. Amid the sorrow, the Ordone family's supporters raised funds to help with medical bills and funeral costs. A GoFundMe campaign surpassed $30,000 within days. Caitlin later appeared online in a wheelchair to express gratitude. All the love and support, it means so much to us in a time like this. Through tears, she thanked everyone for respecting their privacy and for remembering Preston not just as the viral OK Baby, but as her loving, playful son. Preston Ordone's life, while heartbreakingly brief, spread joy around the globe. His catchphrase lives on in TikTok lore, and many parents hug their children a little tighter, reminded of how precious each moment is. The Ordone family has since stated they will not return to content creation for some time, focusing on healing. Yet, in countless TikTok compilations and memories, a little boy's voice cheerfully saying, "Okay," will forever echo, making people smile as he did in life. Joshua Blackledge. Josh Blackledge was a rising TikTok star from North Carolina whose love of cars and adventure resonated with over 1 million followers online. At just 16 years old, Josh had already built a huge audience on TikTok, at F30Josh, by sharing his passion for automobiles, especially customized trucks and sporty cars, and snippets of his outdoor lifestyle. A junior at West Carteret High, he balanced school with content creation, often posting videos from his garage or driveways, showing off engine revs, new mods, or simply cruising around his neighborhood. His youthful enthusiasm and mechanical know-how made him someone other teens looked up to. Josh's TikToks were typically set to trending rap or country music, featuring him working on his white pickup truck or proudly riding a four-wheeler. Off-road mudding, fishing trips, boating on the Sound, he let viewers ride along virtually on all the activities that made him happiest. That genuine, carefree vibe helped Josh gain a devoted fan community. He was the kind of influencer who would reply to comments, follow back some fans, and support others' content too. It made his sudden loss in March 2025 all the more devastating. On March 18, 2025, Joshua Blackledge died at his home in Newport News. The news was confirmed by an obituary shared by a local funeral home, but notably, no official cause of death was immediately released to the public. Local authorities did not list a cause, which often implies a matter of privacy or ongoing investigation. Tens of thousands of TikTok users flocked to Josh's final posts to pay respects. The comment sections filled with messages. "Rest in peace, bro. Gone too soon," wrote one user. "I actually can't believe he's passed away. I'm in shock. This is so very sad," added another, capturing the sentiments of many. His girlfriend posted a tearful tribute video, sharing memories of Josh's kindness and saying he was her whole world. Friends from school and fellow car enthusiasts on TikTok held a local truck meet in his honor, revving engines in a moment of silence and painting "Fly High Josh" on their back windshields. According to his obituary, Josh was an energetic spirit who loved being around water and spending time with friends outdoors. Those who knew him remembered that beyond the social media fame, he was a polite, big-hearted kid with an infectious smile. In the wake of his passing, a scholarship fund was set up in his name for students interested in automotive trade school, a nod to the future he might have pursued. Valeria Marquez. Valeria Marquez was a Mexican beauty influencer and model whose life story had all the makings of a star on the rise, until it was violently cut short in an incident that horrified the nation. At 23, Valeria had already made a name for herself in pageantry and social media. She first gained public attention in 2021 by winning the Miss Rostro beauty pageant, meaning Miss Face, in her region. With her striking looks and confident demeanor, she attracted a following and soon transitioned into being a full-time influencer. Valeria's content showcased the glamour of her life. She posted makeup tutorials, skincare routines, fashion hauls, and snapshots of her travels on private jets and yachts. By 2025, she had over 223,000 followers on Instagram and another 100,000 on TikTok. Fans admired her elegance and aspirational lifestyle, but those close to her say she was also down-to-earth and hardworking, running her own beauty salon called Blossom the Beauty Lounge in Zapopan, Jalisco. It was there, in her salon, that the unthinkable happened. On May 15, 2025, Valeria was hosting a TikTok live stream from her salon, casually chatting with viewers while waiting for a delivery. Moments before tragedy struck, Valeria mentioned feeling a bit uneasy. A courier was supposed to drop off a surprise gift, but something about the situation felt off. Why didn't he just drop it off? Were they going to pick me up or what? She mused aloud, even joking about the possibility of a kidnap attempt, not realizing how chilling those words would become. Suddenly, during the live broadcast, a man entered the salon. In the video, which circulated afterwards, Valeria was seen looking off camera and then clutching her chest and abdomen before collapsing to the floor. Viewers initially didn't understand what they had witnessed. It looked like Valeria fell suddenly, but the horrifying reality became clear. She had been shot at least twice, including in the head, by an assailant who then fled on a motorcycle with an accomplice. The live stream cut off as a salon employee rushed to the phone. Paramedics arrived within minutes, but Valeria was pronounced dead at the scene. News of the murder of Valeria Marquez spread rapidly, not just in Mexico but worldwide, partly due to the eerie fact that it happened on TikTok Live. Mexican authorities launched an intense investigation. They classified her killing as a femicide, indicating it was a gender-based hate crime, while also exploring other motives. Given the region's history, there was speculation about cartel involvement or a stalker. Some noted that the method, a hitman-style shooting, suggested a targeted execution. It remains under investigation, with the president of Mexico vowing justice. The outpouring of grief for Valeria was enormous. Fans held candlelight vigils outside her salon, laying flowers and messages. Fellow influencers dedicated posts to her, highlighting the dangers women can face even in seemingly safe spaces. Giare Schneider, Giare Elijah Schneider was an aspiring TikTok star whose story is equal parts heartbreaking and mysterious. Standing at well over 6 feet tall, Giare went by the handle @big_homie_too tall on social media, a nod to both his height and the larger-than-life personality he brought to his comedy and lip-sync videos. At 31, he was older than the typical TikTok influencer, and he hadn't yet achieved massive fame, but he was on his way. Giare had gained a respectable following with a few viral clips that showcased his goofy humor and charm. Often appearing with a sideways cap and a broad smile, he would riff on trending dances or do comedic voiceovers, earning him a growing fan base that enjoyed his laid-back Big Brother vibe on the app. Offline, Giare lived in Clayton County, Georgia, and was a devoted father to a young son. In fact, fatherhood was a big motivator for him. Friends say he started taking content creation more seriously as a potential way to provide for his son who had special medical needs, D-George syndrome. Giare's videos sometimes included wholesome moments with his boy, and viewers could tell he was a loving dad first and foremost. In November 2024, Giare's budding career and life were cut short under tragic and puzzling circumstances. On the night of November 15, he borrowed a friend's silver Toyota 4Runner to go out to a content creators meetup at a popular content house in the Atlanta area. When the night ended, Giare never made it home. Family and friends grew alarmed when they couldn't reach him the next day, especially since, as his sister noted, he hadn't called his son, and that's not like him. A missing persons report was filed, and for 10 agonizing days, loved ones and eventually local police searched for Giare. On November 26, a group of friends decided to comb a wooded area near the content house he was last seen at. There, deep in the brush off a quiet road, they discovered the wreckage of the 4Runner crashed against a tree, and Giare's body inside the vehicle. It appeared he had run off the road and suffered a fatal accident, but the car was so concealed by vegetation and construction debris that authorities had missed it in earlier searches. The discovery was devastating, yet it allowed his family to finally have answers. In January 2025, the Clayton County Police confirmed that Giare's death was caused by injuries from the car crash, ruling it an accidental fatality with no foul play involved. They noted that speeding was likely a factor. The car was found far off the road, indicating it flew into the woods at high velocity. It remains unclear if any other factors such as fatigue or intoxication contributed. Toxicology results were not publicly released, and the case was closed with the conclusion that it was a tragic accident. The revelation brought some closure, but also sorrow and a bit of controversy. Some family members questioned why it was them and not police who ultimately found Giare, leading to calls for improved search efforts in missing person cases. Meanwhile, online, Giare's supporters mourned the loss of a life that was just gaining momentum. He may not have had millions of followers, but those who did follow him remembered his positivity and potential. Fellow creators from Atlanta posted tributes, and a hashtag #TooTallForever circulated as friends shared his funniest skits.